Everyone's talking about how to deal with urges. Well, it all starts with dealing with that excess energy, right? When you have urges, it's this energy that comes over you, right? And you really want to release that energy. And so our first order of business is to try to, bust a nut. But we can actually transmute that energy into other things. Now, there's two different ways that you can transmute your sexual energy so that you can actually make Nofap productive and positive. You have the physical and you have the mental. Mental would be putting your thought process into something that is more creative, something that is maybe a business, something that is maybe more artistic, something that you need to create. While physical is obviously things like exercise, training martial arts, playing sports, things of that nature is another way that you can expel it. And you need both. You need set things and set behaviors and habits that you're trying to work on remaining consistent at. And the easiest way to do this is to start with one behavior at a time. Okay. We have all these different things that we can do, right? We got the cold showers, we have the meditation, we have the journaling, right? And we have listening to audiobooks, reading books, things of that nature, right? And these are all good things that we should be doing on a regular basis, but this is not the end all be all to Nofap. What this does is just put us in a more tuned and aware position to which we can create more depth to the things that we want to share with the world, right? Like, for instance, if I really like exercise and martial arts, the more I understand those things on a conceptual level, the deeper I will be able to transmute that when I teach, right? When I show somebody a thing, okay? If I don't have that knowledge, then I will not be able to reach that depth. And that's where the importance of doing things like reading and studying and self-help, mental health for your mental, right? But you need to actually be working towards something. And so it can get kind of overwhelming because you might want to think about exercising. You might want to think about joining a new type of class. You may want to start a business. You may want to start a YouTube channel. You may want to start painting. You may want to start the guitar. Like, we have probably all these different things that you want to do. And what happens is you get into like this analysis paralysis, and then you don't do anything. And then you have all this excess energy, and then you wind up relapsing. And that's kind of the thing that happens. If you were to have other things that you were doing, if you were actively not just improving your life, but actually like doing things to move society forward, as well as like actually just having more conversations with other people and having more conversations with girls, you're not even gonna think about relapsing. That's how you actually get over it, and that's how you actually change, and that comes with time. But this is definitely for those that are maybe like just starting out. Maybe you haven't really gotten past like 30 days before, and you're just in that like initial rut of like, how do I first begin to get my life on track? Okay. The most important thing that you can do, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what any other YouTuber says. I don't care what your dad told you. I don't care. I do not care. The most important thing that you do while you're on this journey is exercise. You need to be in your body. I don't care about getting the six pack. I don't care about being more attractive to girls. I mean, for your fucking self, for your energy, that excess energy that you need to get out is gonna come from the exercise, guys. Come on. All the other things is great. Meditation is great. Cold showers are great. Journaling is great. You're not going to be able to be successful at Nofap if you do not exercise. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're never going to achieve what you want if you don't exercise, okay? I'm not saying that you need to get fancy. I'm not saying that you need to go into this like extremism where you decide to just create, to like make exercising like your entire life. And you have to work out for hours every day. No, I'm talking about like just regularly showing up like 3 times a week for 30 to 45 minutes. Anybody can do that. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care how tired you feel. I don't care how depressed you feel or anxious you feel. Everybody can put themselves in a situation where they are exercising for 30 to 45 minutes. I mean, unless you're a vegetable, which if that's the case, I'm really sorry to hear. I don't know how I could do. But if you're not a vegetable, be fucking grateful that you have a body that can move, and go move it. Go exercise. Go grab some kettlebells. Go do some push-ups. Go do some pull-ups. Research. Firstly, I'm a personal trainer, and I can definitely go into exercising and stuff like that if you guys want to see more videos on that topic. But there's tons of stuff that's for free online. You can start exercising like right away, even if it's not perfect. Like, yeah, you might not have the perfect results by just researching stuff online and just doing random workouts that you find. But the most important thing is that you are expelling your physical energy on the thing of Nofap, right? You start exercising, you're going to start sweating, you're going to start feeling that burn, and that's going to help you with the urges. That's going to be everything. And eventually, you're going to find yourself actually really enjoying exercise. Had this kombucha, good for the stomach. I actually worked out, had a little lunch, had the kombucha, feeling good. And yeah, I just really wanted to make this video. I really wanted to talk about exercise. I wanted to see if anybody who's watching has done exercise. If you guys are curious on exercise, curious on strength training, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll make more videos about it. But overall, what you really want to just focus on is, if you're just like kind of like in your room, you're a little bit antisocial, you don't really want to go anywhere, I would just start like in your room, start off by doing a set number of, get a resistance band and do push-ups, do some face pulls, do some body weight squats, and do some sit-ups. I don't even care how many you do. Pick a number, like a small number, do it, and then maybe the next day, try to do a little bit more. If you need a day off, take a day off. And then eventually, when you reach a good baseline where you're reaching like a good amount of numbers, just keep sticking to that consistently. And then you can probably move on to the next thing. If you're already someone who's active in the gym and maybe you get discouraged every once in a while, or you're a little unmotivated, or you're not really sure what to do and you're like lacking that clarity, that's the thing that you need to start to develop is like, well, recognize that what you're doing currently, if you're already exercising, if you're not staying consistent at it or you're not seeing the result you want, recognize that you're doing something wrong, and that's totally okay. You're learning. It's okay to be wrong and to go educate yourself on what it is that you need to learn. And there's so much resources out there. You can literally ask a question right below and I'll answer it. But that's the thing that you guys need the most is this physical exertion. You need to show up consistently, make that goal of improving your performance. And I can promise you, if you just focus on showing up, if you focus on improving your performance, what will end up happening is other things are going to just kind of solve itself. You're going to wind up being in better shape. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to have more confidence. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more clarity. You're going to feel more focused. And that's going to then in tune respond and result in bettering your life overall. I mean, it's probably the most important thing when on this journey. So guys, get your exercise in regularly. Do it all the time. Do it every day. Do some sort of movement every single day. Otherwise, you will fail.